4 years ago, I sat in my car outside the doctor's office, holding a piece of paper that changed everything for me. My A1C was through the roof. My blood sugar levels were sky high, and just like that, I had a diagnosis: type 2 diabetes. My heart dropped. I felt scared, overwhelmed, and honestly completely alone. And maybe that's where you are right now. I wish I had someone to help me figure this out that day. But I was on my own, and I don't want you to be like me because it's not a nice feeling. If someone told me back then that I'd one day feel empowered, healthy, and in control again, I wouldn't have believed them because I was so broken. But I'm here today to tell you how I got through this. Yes, you can change your diabetes story, and you don't have to do it alone. This video right here isn't about perfection. It's not about pretending that diabetes is easy. It's about the truth. It's about transformation. And it's about how you can take back control starting today. Let me take you back to that first week after my diagnosis. I spiraled into Google rabbit holes, reading, researching everything from miracle cures to worst case scenarios, to even reversing diabetes. I cried, I got mad, I got scared, I blamed myself, and I ate more carbs out of stress than I'd like to admit. Does this sound familiar? But then something shifted. I realized I had two options: keep going down the path that got me there, or start writing a new chapter in my life. Of course, it was not a perfect one, but a better one. And that's when my comeback started. So, can you change your diabetes story? Absolutely. But you need the right tools, the right information, the right mindset, and the right support. And that's what made all the difference for me in the long run. First, I stopped looking at diabetes like a death sentence. I started seeing it as a wake-up call, a really loud one. It forced me to look at how I was living, how I was eating, how I was moving, stressing, and sleeping, and finally put myself first. I started with small changes. I swapped sugary snacks for better options. I took walks even when I didn't feel like it. And I know you may be there right now. I tracked my numbers without judgment. And yes, I used medication. But I also leaned heavily on natural healing, herbs, supplements, and anti-inflammatory foods. That's what I teach now. Not an either or mindset, but a both and approach. You can use medications when needed and still embrace natural methods that support your body. That balance is powerful. But of course, you should always check with your doctor first. And because I never want another woman to feel the way that I did on that first day when I was diagnosed, scared and alone, I created a private Facebook group and Facebook page where you will hear real talk, share wins, vent when needed, and grow together. It's a space I wish I had when I got diagnosed. If you're watching this and thinking, but my numbers are too far gone, Cheryl, or I've tried everything else and it doesn't work, I hear you. But I also want to gently challenge that story. You're still here, right? Your body is still trying, right? You're not broken. You are just in a moment that needs new tools to turn things around once and for all. And that is why I created my ebook, The Diabetes Comeback System. It's the exact process that I used to lower my A1C from 13.0 to 5.5 within 6 months of my diagnosis. You're going to learn how I lost weight, stabilized my energy, and finally felt like myself again. It's real, it's doable, and it's designed for busy women and men like us who don't have time for gimmicks or fluff. I also put together another guide called How to Conquer Sticky Blood Syndrome. Because let's be real, managing diabetes isn't just about sugar. It's about circulation, inflammation, and understanding what's happening inside your body. This guide dives deep into that in a way that's simple but powerful. And if you're brand new to this diabetic journey, first of all, welcome. I know it's scary, but you're in the right place. I made a free guide also just for you to give you a head start, and it's called The First 30 Days After Type 2 Diagnosis. It breaks down what to do, what to focus on, and what to ignore in your first 30 days of being diagnosed. The internet can be quite noisy, and you need clarity right away and not confusion, else you're going to be worried and you're going to be so worried. Let me tell you what a bad day used to look like for me. I'd wake up already tired. My feet would feel stiff before I even got out of the bed. I'd reach for a quick breakfast, something sweet or processed, because I didn't know any better yet. A couple hours later, I'd crash. I was moody, foggy, and blaming myself for everything. I didn't want to talk about it to nobody. I didn't want anyone to see what I was going through. And worst of all, I thought that was just what my life would be like forever. But no, that was just a chapter, not the whole book. Remember that. Want to know what's changed? I stopped trying to fix everything at once. I gave myself grace and kindness. I learned how stress and poor sleep habits were wrecking my blood sugar numbers just as much as food was. I started setting boundaries, going to bed earlier, and saying no to energy vampires. In case you weren't aware, that's healing too. One day I finally looked in the mirror and said, Cheryl, you're not just a diabetic. You're a woman with power, with choices, and with a purpose. That's when things really turned around for me. Now I wake up with clarity. I know what to eat, what to avoid, and how to pivot when life throws me off track. My numbers are better, but more importantly, I am better. I trust my body again, and you can too. That's why I'm so passionate about this message that I'm telling you right now, because it's not just about blood sugar, it's about freedom. The freedom to feel good in your own skin, to travel, to laugh, to play with your grandkids if you have any, to not live at the mercy of doctors' visits and prescriptions alone, and to not be afraid of the dreaded word diabetes. I have flashbacks when I think about it. And listen, I want you to get to this same place that I am today. You deserve that. That's what this channel, this mission, and this community is about. So if you haven't yet done so, please grab my free guide, The First 30 Days After Type 2 Diagnosis, or even Type 1, it doesn't matter. It will give you a real, gentle structure without the overwhelm. And if you're serious about going deeper, both eBooks I mentioned are waiting for you too. The Diabetes Comeback System and How to Conquer Sticky Blood Syndrome. I poured my experience, my research, and my love into all of them because I know what it's like to need a roadmap and not have one. Grab all of them from the link in the description. I'm proud of you already for being here and for watching this video to the end. You didn't scroll past. You didn't ignore it. You clicked, you watched, and you gained the knowledge you need. That means something to me. That means your healing has already begun. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. More videos are coming that will show you how to eat well without feeling punished, how to move your body in joyful ways, and how to handle holidays, stress, and even cravings with power and tenacity and consistency. You're not alone anymore. We're going to do this together. Your comeback starts today. Thanks for sticking around. And guess what? You got this. I see you in the next video. And I got you too. Thanks for watching.